My wife is a smasher, Nigel, absolutely smashing. My wife is a lawyer, so well done me. Yeah, don't know if anyone else in here works in performing arts, but if you do, I thoroughly recommend marrying a grown-up. That shit is so good. So good, like tonight I'll get home from the gig, it'll be about 1 in the morning, I'll look down at a beautiful curvaceous shape and I'll think, oh, there she is. There's my little pension plan. Who's got sexy dividends? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And she's cool, right? But, right, she got me a present, for my first birthday after our marriage. See what you think of this, right? She got me a present of a session with a personal trainer. Yeah, that's a backhanded slap right there, isn't it? That's a bit like going, happy birthday, Grandma, have a shovel. Just really... And it was a weird session, right? I went there and the personal trainer went, right, Ben, we are going to measure your percentage body fat. And I discovered that I have 30% body fat. Now, as you all know, human beings are made of 70% water. Which means that technically I am a Tesco value sausage. Pretty horrible thing to find out. But I've been trying to prove that I can be a good husband, a good alpha male, like Nigel is, right? I can't do the most basic alpha things. I'm 33, can't wire a plug. My dad tried to teach me how to wire a plug. He went, right, Ben, very simple. This plug, it's got 3 wires. This one's earth. What are the other 2? I don't know, wind and fire? Or I haven't got a clue. Can't ride a bike? 33, can't ride a bike. I've got all the balance of a Daily Mail article on immigration. I just can't... Way good. That was a test and you all passed. Well done. I think it's because of my ethnicity. You don't get Jewish alpha males. I mean, you probably used to in the 30s, but they lost. It's not your fucking granddad. Get over it. I'm not sure what kind of Jew I am. Like, I look at my dad, and my dad is Jewish with a small J, in the way that some people are conservative with a small C, and Donald Trump is white supremacist with 3 small Ks. And it's like it's weird being Jew, because I'm a godless Jew. I'm not really into any of the holy books. Like, there's the Torah, our book. It's lovely that we're the stars, but we are fucking divas about it. There's the New Testament. That's not for me. The whole story of how God came down to earth to live amongst us and hand out salvation. It's a little bit Secret Millionaire for my liking, if I'm honest. And then of course there's a Quran, which I think is clearly man-made and pretty tasteless. Sorry, Quorn. Quorn is man-made. So it's really easy to mix those two up because Mo Farah loves both of them. It is, Now, you're good people, you laughed at that. I was lucky enough to do a gig in Oslo a couple of months ago, did that joke, and it turns out they do not have corn in Norway. No, there's not about 200 Norwegians looking at me going, do you know what, Henk, I think Frodo's a bit of a racist. It was, Like, religion really interests me. I like prayer. I think prayer's a good idea. I think, that's why people pray so much. Jews pray 3 times a day. Muslims pray 5 times a day. Christians pray when they want something. And, that was a laugh of some very guilty Christians there. But there's weird shit in religion. I think, and I always just got the weirdest shit, because, what we've got? We have the old circumcision. What a weird thing that is. Like, I don't remember the bit in the Bible that said, I shall make man in my image, apart from that bit. I want that bit back. And that conversation between God and Abraham must have been baffling. Abraham, I would like to make you and your descendants my chosen people. Sounds great. What do we get? You get the land of Israel. It will be not a problem. Lovely stuff. What else do we get? Your descendants in the United States in 3,000 years' time will go on to be very successful stand-up comedians, whereas your descendants in the United Kingdom will go on to play to a slightly baffled group of people in a basement in Brighton. Lovely stuff. What would you like in response? Would you like to impregnate my wife? No, mate. Saving that for the sequel? Yeah. I don't know, what would you like? I would like your foreskin and all of your descendants' foreskins. At which point, you'd have thought Abraham's natural Jewish ability to haggle would kick in, wouldn't you? Like, fuck it, maybe it did. Maybe the conversation went, what do you want? I want your leg. Will you accept my foreskin? Done. What does he want with them, Nigel? Like, if we all die and go to heaven and Jesus is there showing us round and he's going, welcome to heaven, that's the tennis courts over there, that's the jacuzzi. Jesus, mate. What's that big warehouse in the distance? It's nothing. Jesus, what's in the warehouse? Dad's foreskin collection. You open up the doors and there's just rolling hillocks of man calamari as far as the eye can see. God's there like Scrooge McDuck at the start of DuckTales, skiing down there. It's lovely to spot the people with vivid imaginations for that one. And I want to point out, by the way, my objection to this, it's purely moral, it's not aesthetic. Like, aesthetically, ladies, I think the circumcised penis looks smart casual. You know, roll neck down, looks a little bit like a French philosopher, doesn't it? Obviously, you don't want your dick to behave like a French philosopher. Come on, fella, time for some sex. But what is the point? Love is meaningless anyway. Just stop smoking that cigarette, you're singeing my pubes. The hard one with me, if I have a son, my son won't be Jewish, and I'm trying to work out whether I'll have him circumcised, because I think it's barbaric, but it is tradition, and I've decided that I will circumcise my son, but only if he doesn't tidy his room. It's weird, this shit we do, all religious people do, and, you know, my wife's been having trouble, like, sussing it out. The weirdest one is the rumours that pop up. Here's a rumour about the Jews, right? Older people, you might have heard it, younger people tend not to. When I was at school, a little kid asked me, Ben, when Jews have sex, do you do it through a hole in a sheet? We heard this? It's the weirdest thing. I couldn't work it out. As a kid, the logistics were so hard to suss out. Thinking about when the best time during sex to pop on a condom is pretty hard. The correct answer is, of course, before. But think about it, lads. You've got a lady back to your room, one thing leads to another, your clothes come off, her clothes come off, you're trumping, ready to go, and then you've got to go, sorry, love, I'm just off to the airing cupboard. And then you open it up, you throw the sheet over yourself, Egyptian cotton, ironically. Do keep up. And, you know, then you're there, and you're no longer ready for sex, are you? You're now in a horrifying episode of Scooby-Doo. If you want to mix things up just before you orgasm, you can go, I was the caretaker all along. But that will,